You know, people have this stupid idea that people choose to be homeless. It's a ridiculous thing. No one would choose to be homeless.
I thought I was not going to get anywhere. I thought I was going to be like that for the rest of my life, like not have anywhere to go, not get anywhere, not have a job. I just lost all my hope and my self-esteem and everything and my confidence.
I'm an alcoholic, I'm a drug user. I do what I've got to do to cover my pain that I'm feeling right now.
I've always lived in Melbourne. The weather's pretty crappy here. Some people are nice, some people aren't. Like some people have got to come up and tell me how much piece of crap they think I am, and other people are nice. Pretty much, for me to stay somewhere, I have to make 130 because I have to have 100 to stay somewhere. Then I need a packet of smokes and food, so I have to make 130. There's been days that I've sat for 2 hours and made $5, but then there's other days that I've made 20, 30. Some people think there's no excuse and there's shelters and there's places to help you, but they don't understand that, yeah, there is places if I will put my dog in a cage. Yeah, she's 7 or 8, which means that she's 42 or 49 in dog years. I actually gave up my home for her.
As far as people sleeping rough too, one of the big issues is pets. When people are homeless and they've got a pet, they can't then get housed. There aren't actually no housing services that will allow people housing when they've got a pet, and sometimes those pets are all that's standing between them and violence or drugs or freezing to death at night.
If I didn't have a dog, I'd have somewhere now. It's just that, yeah, I'm not getting rid of my dog and I'm not putting her in a cage. Like, yeah, it's my fault that I'm in this situation.
For people who are homeless, the dog or the cat or whatever animal it is becomes their family, becomes their stability, their source of love and happiness, of connection. You know, when you're homeless, you don't have any of that. You know, this dog would represent so much more than, you know, a pet. It could keep you safe at night, especially if you're a woman on the streets. The fear levels are quite heightened. You know, so to have a dog there and to be able to maybe relax enough to go to sleep for an hour is really valuable.
Yeah, some people just don't understand. Like some people assume like that you're on the streets because of drugs, and that's not always the reason. Like I used to, and I'm doing the right thing. Like I've got to go to the chemist every day, and yeah. Like there is a few people though that is why they're on the streets. Because of drugs, and they just can't be bothered doing the housing thing, and they like to keep all their money, and yeah, there is a few people that are on the streets because of that, but I'm not one of them.
Drug issues can cause homelessness, but research has shown that the majority of people who are homeless that have mental health or drug issues got them after they became homeless. So the stress of being homeless caused those issues. And it could be the stress of the homelessness that caused it, or it could be actually a way of surviving. So if someone's sleeping on the street, they may be using drugs or alcohol to keep warm, or to numb their mind so they don't have to deal with the stresses of the day, or to get some sleep during the day because they're walking around at night for safety.
Fitzroy itself used to be a real bad place. That's what it used to be like.
Many homeless people on this street?
Quite a few.
Yep.
Quite a few. Like, I used to be homeless myself until I met a beautiful lady that, you know, I fell in love with. And financially, you know, it's hard. And physically, it could be hard, but you know, you deal with it every day. It's just life. You know, we all battlers. We all try to do the best we can, and we all try to help each other. Like this gentleman here, for instance, you know, he walked over, he says, yeah, no, she's like that. Thank you for that. Hey, have a good day, mate. See, that's it. Just common courtesy, and, you know, be nice to people, and people be nice to you.
Under these dingy roofs are housed life's derelicts, criminals, drifters, and those who have never had a chance. And even into these squalid homes children are born. But these kiddies, just as innocent and lovable as those born into more harmonious surroundings, are, in the majority of cases, doomed from the outset.
You know, there's a big issue with children who are accompanying their parents who are becoming homeless. And young people, they make up a huge amount of the homeless population. The mental health of that child is then affected all through their adult life, so that the chance of them then becoming homeless when they're an adult is increased quite a lot. So we're actually potentially seeing another generation of someone who's going to be homeless.
This living wreck was once a child and could have been a man, but fate was against him. Fate nearly always is in the city of shadows. Maybe he tried. Maybe these two set out together like many another boy and girl to make life something full and good and courageous. But something went wrong. It may have been drink, a false step, gambling, or maybe like his son, he was born without a chance. Thus history repeats itself. Reared in squalor, with a drunken brute of a father and a broken, dispirited mother, what hope had this boy and the hundreds of others he represents?
It takes so much strength and effort and will and so much time and money to get out of for people that it's any wonder that people don't, you know, break down and not get out, be able to climb back out of it. You know, people are quite tough physically. They can put up with some pretty severe conditions, but it's the stuff that goes on in your head and in here. You can get through a day. It's knowing that that day is going to be repeated over and over and over again, and wondering when it's going to end and if it's going to end.
Take a photo of me. Take a photo of me and Uncle.
What's it like living here?
It's not too bad, but I'm telling you, it could be a lot better. But then again, it could be worse. It's dependent on what you make your life to be. It could be a beautiful life, it could be a bad life. But me, I'm an alcoholic. I'm 29 years of age. I've lost too many of my fucking family. I've been through a lot that nobody don't understand where we come from or why we do what we do.
Yeah.
But we do what we do because at the end of the day, we're hurting and we think that it's just gonna cover our day up, our pain. We think if we drink alcohol, we take drugs, we think it's going to cover our pain by using all that bullshit. But at the end of the day, when we wake up, the pain is still going to be there. So that's why we do what we do every day. And I'm telling you right now, I'm an alcoholic, I'm a drug user. I do what I've got to do to cover my pain that I'm feeling right now. I lost my dad when I was 12 years of age. I have not stopped doing what I do now. So that's just me. My name is Katrina Lee Melbourne. Peace out.